Wow.
After 3 days of coming off of a major holiday, after 5 decades of life, after eating cookies and candy and sweets and some drinks, I am still maintaining. Why? This bucket, my bucket of secrets. I got you. Let's go. The other day, I taught you how to reset your mind so you can thrive in 2025. Today, I'm going to teach you how to reset your body so you can thrive in 2025. I'm going to teach from this. So go ahead and get your notes out. Let me put this over here. And this camera is going to be moving because I still don't have a stand to get it straightened out. So it's all good. So I'm going to be kind of going back and forth with some things. And I also have some stuff to show you. So let's start with the obvious. I'm not going to be staring into the camera. I need to teach you. I have work to do. So deal with that. Okay. So first, how to thrive in 2025. We have to start with the mind first, which we did the other day. And then we have to start with the body. So I'm going to go ahead and teach from my board here of notes. Looking back over my life, after 5 decades of life, I truly have been able to maintain without a lot of effort. So follow me. I'm going to help you out because it's a mental thing and then it's a physical thing that, you need to handle. So let's talk about that first. So first thing is remembering that getting healthy is a mindset. Okay. It's a mental game that you have to beat. And just like you have football players, right? Football players get all fired up for the game. They're all like going crazy and everything. And they're like, we're going to win, rah, going nuts. Cause I used to go to my son's games. And you have to do the same thing with what you're about to do, because we just spent how much time eating junk, eating stuff we had no business eating. And now we have to make a decision for the body, what we're going to do to change that, to bring it back. Okay. So what we have to do is work on pumping up your mental game to change this body. Okay. And how to do that is preparing. So I have some things here on the table that we're going to be talking about, during this video. And so the first thing you need to think about is, do you have any clothes? Do you have any clothes to get yourself ready for what you're about to do? Because I work outside, I garden to grow all my own food. And because of that, my clothes are tore up. I was wearing some of my workout clothes out there. The wrong answer. I need to wear farmer clothes like people do around here. And so you need to work on what do you even have any clothes? Because if not, it's time to get to the store. If you have a budget issue, get to the Goodwill, do wherever you have to go to get your clothes. So that's your next thing. Sneakers. I'm going to show you something. I waited for a long time because I budget well so that I can be here for my sons. And I waited to get these until they were on clearance. And even on clearance, they were still down to $45. So, right now, while I'm putting all my efforts and money into my sons to get them up and running in life, I put them first and then I get my stuff later. And then it'll go back to, spend the way I want to, because I'll be back doing all my careers like I did before. So anyway, do you have the proper gear? Do you have things to wear? Because don't cheap out on it. I don't know do I have them on? Yep. I'm going to try to pull my sneaker up here. This is going to, okay. So I have this. Do not wear this. Do not wear these. These are just decorative. and they will not help you when you're jumping around. So don't wear those, okay? Wear something like this, or even when you're taking a walk, because I noticed even last year I was wearing some that were kind of half, and they weren't working right. And because of that, what happened was, my ankle hurt, and then I just wasn't happy, and I wasn't stable in like trying to do yoga, trying to jump around. It wasn't working. So just be, ready with your clothes, okay? Be ready. And I myself, I've been keeping my eye open, even during the holidays, I was looking for workout clothes while other people were looking for other things, because I know that, after so long, the pants stretch out, like the material wears, and you just have to get new stuff. So, and especially if you're using it outside while you're farming, not a good idea. So, okay, next we're going to talk about the kind of workout. What kind of workout makes you happy? So do you like to run? Do you like to jump? Do you like to dance? Like, what do you like to do that makes you happy? And what I found is if I do something because I have to do it, then I don't like it. If I do something because everybody else is doing it and I don't like it, then I eventually quit. I found myself going back to a video series from way back in the days, and it was from MTV, funny. And I would go back and do their dance series because I like to dance, and you sweat hard when you're doing that. So I love doing that, getting out the toxins out of your body. You have to find something that works for you. If you're somebody who has any health issues, you need to go deal with your doctor to see what you can and can't do. I have said this on my other videos. I am my own doctor for the most part, and so I do what I choose to do. So you do what you want to do. This is all your choice. This is my advice is for you to help you and guide you. But now your ultimate choice is for you to decide what to use, what's best for you, because this is your risk. Okay. Trampolines. I went and found a trampoline that I thought would work. Come find out, this trampoline is not going to work because it doesn't bounce. Like it actually puts strain on you because there's not enough of the give on the outside. And so I found out there's multiple different kinds. And the one that, there's a couple that I love. They're like mini trampolines, and they have a lot of spring around the outside. And those kind, are the ones that I've been looking for online, because I have a real big one that bounces. It just doesn't give a lot of bounce. So it's kind of terrible. So it's sitting out in the sunroom. I'm not getting that out. So that's another thing. So let's go back to what we're teaching on. For next, decide on your schedule. What schedule are you going to have for your workouts? Is it 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, 2 times a week? Like, what are you doing? So you have to decide, what's going to work for you as far as your schedule. And so for myself, if I'm getting ready for an event, I start out 4 to 5 times per week. And then the 30 days before the event, I'm 2-a-days. So I'm AM and PM doing something I love. So I'm wearing workout clothes like all day, because it's just, I have a goal. And, I've been used to this for decades because I was in modeling and pageants and all that. And so there are things we had to do. So you have to think about, what works for you. Is it, walking 3 days a week? Because you can walk 3 miles 3 days a week, and that'll do it for you, as, depending on what your goal is, depending on where you're at. Because some of this also depends on, obviously your health, choices you made in the past, because that's the same with me, choices I made in the past that kind of, messed me up, and then I had to start over again. So again, what are you going to do? What schedule are you going to have? So you need to write that down, figure out what is your schedule, and then let everybody know. Make sure people know this is your schedule. This is what you want to do. And, and they have to abide by it. If not, then, you have to decide what's important, and, who to put in their place and who not to, whatever you need to do. Because if you set a goal, try to meet it so that you're happy when the summertime comes and everybody's out, these clothes are off and it's hot, and you're like, I don't care. Look at me. I did my work. Hey, I did my work. I'm looking good. Hey, I did my work. Okay. So, back to this. Rearrange your house. Before I didn't have to do that because my house was so big that I could have, which I did have, 50, 60 people in, and it didn't faze me. Now I have to do that. So rearrange, move things out of the way that do not need to be in the way, or things you're not using right now. Purge things out of your house. You can donate things. You could give them to charity. You could do whatever, but rearrange your house. Even rearrange your work schedules, because I remember before I used to go in to work. I used to get up at 5 and then go into the gym and then go to work. So decide what you want to do, or walk during your lunch time. You know what I mean? Do that, because, I used to eat at my desk if I needed to eat anyway. So, and we're going to talk about that because technically, eating is more just comfort than anything. So you want to get real technical about it. Okay. So then lastly, also your nightlife. Decide on your nightlife, what are you going to do or not do? I've changed my nightlife totally to be with like-minded people. So I really don't have to worry about somebody calling and saying, come on, let's go out party tonight. I don't have to do that. Thank goodness. Yay, freedom. Okay. So then what is your ultimate goal in the end? What's the ultimate goal? Do you want to lose 10 pounds? Do you want to be able to breathe while walking up steps? Do you want to be able to run? Do you want to be able to lift so many weights? Because we're doing weightlifting, and we might be getting into jiu-jitsu. We're thinking about that this year. So what is your ultimate goal? Do you want to just be able to wear a tank top without having issues? Do you want to be able to, just look good when you go to the beach? You don't want to be the one that's I have to cover up everything because it's already hot. So it's I'm done. No, I'm not doing that. This is off. This is all off, and you're enjoying yourself and you're not self-conscious. So decide, what is your ultimate goal and how are you going to measure it? I have my tape measure here. Let me get this out. Okay. So every year, and if I get out of tune during the year, I pull this tape measure out and I start looking where I'm having a problem at. And I measure around the neck, around the arms, around the chest area, around the belly, right over top of the belly button. And then I measure below the belly button, and then I measure around the hips and around upper thighs. And then I measure, around the knees and around the calves, because that tells you where you're holding water. It tells you, where you're gaining and where your problems are. And you can adjust your food, you can adjust your detoxing, you can adjust everything based on, these measurements. I'll show you the other things real quick before we close out. This is a band. Okay. So when we see stuff, we just grab it. And this is a band that you can use. Again, it's almost like weights, but you can use this to stretch. I can't do it while holding this camera. We can use this as lifting weights. You kind of pull it. I don't know if I can do it on here. Kind of pull it like that. Oh, I did it. And then here is another form of that band. So you can use something like this in a routine, and you can find these routines online. I'm not going to start a workout series, but I'm going to teach you how to get there. And then here's a jump rope. There's a lot of calories burned on jumping rope and doing jumping jacks. You have no idea. Jumping jacks engages your entire body. And just getting up and doing 40, how about this? You're going to know what your body can handle and how out of shape you are when you try to do 40 jumping jacks. Once you can do them without even thinking or breathing that much, you're doing well. But when you first start, it's going to be shocking. You're going to be like, wow, I had no idea. I need to get myself back in shape. So try that. We do that when we first wake up. We do 40 and then we work for a while, school, whatever we have to do, and then we do 40 more. So just closing out this video, understand that you can do this. This is not difficult. It comes down to commitment. It comes down to making a decision. It comes down to what you want in your life. That is the absolute truth. I'm speaking directly to the camera, so you know, because I have to focus on that. Really find out what you want and go for it. That's all this is about. Find out what you want and go for it. You can do it. You can win. You can thrive in every area. So just remember, we're going to mind reset you. Now I just body reset you. And now next we're going to go into detoxing, and we're going to talk about all next week, because I have many different things that I use to detox. So I have to teach you all of them. Now, if you have not watched 31 Life Shortcuts over the holidays, they are not just about the holidays. These are life shortcuts. These are going to teach you so much about life. I threw in so many tidbits over that it's not even funny. I mean, it's going to help you with family, friends, with your life, with what you choose to do, with what you don't want to do. Oh, gosh, you're going to have so many shortcuts, because remember, I've been here 5 decades. So I have shortcuts, and I went through pure hell in 1.5 of those decades by my own choices. So just giving you that heads up. And I already talked about next week. So we're going into, that's on Monday. So this video you'll be watching is Saturday. So on Monday, we're going to be going into detoxing. So schedule is Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm going to be putting out videos through January about how we're restarting this year. So this will help you, and this will help you actually get it done right. So thank you for coming. Remember what I said. Body reset, get the right tools that you need to help you, get the right clothes that you need, gotta get the measurements, measure yourself so you can see where you're at and where you're going, okay? So thank you for coming. We got this. We can do this. We are. And then by the time summer comes, hey, who's that walking down the street? So you got this. I will see you again on Monday. Take care, guys.